Hello and welcome to another episode by CDBTC. Today is September 2, 2021. It's Thursday. We're getting close to the weekend. In this episode, we'll be reviewing how we achieve over 300% gains in less than 45 days. We're also going to show you a little bit of farming with stables at over 100% APY on Cello. We're also going to talk about Bitcoin price and Ethereum price action as well. And we'll also review a couple of other alts. So if you think that's interesting, stick around. So we're going to begin by reviewing the plays we've had in this channel, which have allowed us to achieve over 300% gains in little less than 45 days. On July 27, 2021, I told you that an alt season was about to burst again. Remember, alts had dropped by more than 80%. Here's a little excerpt. This is the best time to buy alt if you didn't buy them in 2020 after the coronavirus crash, or maybe even November before the alt started running. Those were the two best times in the past, and I think that this second or third best time to buy alt again for a future run up. During that week, I told you when Ethereum was breaking out of this long diagonal resistance, and I told you that I was very excited about Ethereum breaking this line, and we followed it through the next couple of days, and you can see how Ethereum basically pumped by 106%. That's incredible, an amazing play, and that happened in less than 45 days. I also talked about BNB. I showed you my screen on that video. 68% gains. Solana, an incredible 348% gains. FTT, 131%. From the time on that video. And these are all free calls. There's no paid group. There's no secret Telegram. I just put them out here for everyone. Cake, an amazing 87%. Sushi, 81%. Look at Ray. Ray went on an amazing run for 383%. SRM, 232%. Bake, 68%. These are all free. There's no Telegram. There's no secret group. There's no paid group. Just follow, like, and subscribe. Super easy. And you'll have access to these amazing calls. Now let's talk about Cello. Cello is a new blockchain. It's relatively new, and they're starting a 100 million DeFi initiative liquidity program in which they're joining Aave, Curve, and Sushi. Right now, it's a small ecosystem, but it's probably going to grow. The investors behind Cello are very, very large, and they have lots of experience in the crypto market. I'm currently farming stables at a rate of 134%. I haven't found a farm that's as profitable as this one when farming stables. And this is the main decentralized swap on Cello right now. So they're probably gonna have that first mover advantage, and Cello is going to be backing them. What's the price of this? Is that it's not so easy to get on the Cello network. I'll try to come up with a video. Even if I'm not able to produce a video in time, my tip for you is to use KuCoin as the way to bridge in and out of the Cello network. UBSwap is the decentralized exchange on Cello, and it's priced at $1.10. I still have to do the tokenomics because the market cap isn't here. Right now it has 24-hour trading volume of $887,000. Total value locked is 33 million. But I'm gonna have to do the tokenomics to understand what the current market cap is. But it has run up in price. It started at 10 cents. It's currently trading at 110. So that's a 10x. But if you've seen what Joe did on AVAX, it just kept on going and going and going. And volume is starting to come in. And you know that volume precedes price. So next, let's talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yesterday, Bitcoin managed to break out of this diagonal resistance line. And we were again rejected at $50,000. Just like we were here on August 23rd. And it's normal, it's expected. We're not going to bust through $50,000, the high level of resistance, in the first or second try. We have to gain momentum in order to do so. So let's zoom in on the 4 hour. We can see on the 4 hours, Bitcoin pumped up to $50,000. We touched it twice in approximately 12 hours. We were rejected both times. We were in a rising wedge and we fell out of the wedge. The price target for falling out of the wedge is approximately $49,000, but we stopped at $49,200. If we zoom in a little bit further to the 30-minute time frame, we can see that Bitcoin wants to break out of this descending channel on the 30 minutes. It's printing bullish divergences here, but it's probably going to be rejected at this level and probably will come down and retest this area before trying to go for $50,000 again. But so far it's looking good. It doesn't look at this moment in time like Bitcoin is going to fall below $49,000, which is very, very good. The next level of support, and which would be the key level not to lose, is at $48,000. So what we want is for Bitcoin to hold this level in order for it to remain bullish enough so that it may try to break $50,000 once more. Ethereum is taking a break. It's taking a rest from all the effort it did yesterday to break out of the resistance and then pull up. So those past 2 days, it's been expending a lot of effort. The RSI is climbing, but there's still room to grow. As you can see, Ethereum hit a resistance level at 38.54. It's being rejected, but it's consolidating right under resistance. The next level to watch for is 41.45, and then it's just clear skies up ahead. We could expect Ethereum to retrace down to 36,000, and I would still be bullish. We could even come down to 33.83, and that would still be bullish. So any buys in this level would be great for continuation. Remember, Bitcoin has to hold its own level as well. If not, Bitcoin brings the whole market down. What about some other altcoins? Well, I'm going to talk about Cello. You can see Cello right now had a huge pump. Of course, they had their announcement of the liquidity program. So it shot up from $3 all the way up to $9. I wouldn't have bought over here, but it's since retraced. It's retraced down to a very important level on the fib. It's at the 61.8. So this is a nice level for it to bounce. This would be a nice entry for Cello, and you can have a stop loss down here at 540. Centrifuge is a very nice project. It's a little bit more long term, but I'm just going to hold it. I see this as buying a link at 40 cents. And it's just calmly running up here. This is a Chico crypto project. So in the future, Chico is going to talk about it once again. And this will probably start to pump again. Cadena is also a project Chico has mentioned. I bought in very low. Right now, it's forming a pennant. This is kind of the pennant that was formed before FTT just popped up yesterday. So the price target for Cadena, if it breaks out of this triangle, is 65% for 1.37, okay? And you can have your stop loss very easily because if it breaks down from the triangle, you get out of the trade. AVEX is in a falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern. And if it is able to break out of that, the next target is $83 or 93%. I'm going to show you some very small or micro cap alts that I have on my radar. I'm in some of them. I'm not in all of them. Remember, you can't be in everything. You have to pick your battles. But here's one. TPAD is a launch pool protocol. It's been gaining strength very nicely. It's a launch pool protocol. So based on the number of TPAD you have in your wallet, you can participate in the pools that launch new coins, okay? So it's like participating in ICOs, which you know are very, very profitable. As you know, Quick is the token of the Quick Swap on Polygon Network. It's the main DEX on Polygon, and it was in a falling wedge. It tried to break out, but then the Bitcoin price corrected, and it brought Quick with it. But right now, it was in the falling wedge, and now it's like in a descending channel. Once it breaks out of this channel, it's going to go for $815. Which is a move of 34%. Wow, Vesper Finance is just rocketing here. So this is one to keep your eyes out for, but to purchase on the next correction, not right now. It's just moving too fast. Chess is an interesting project. 3AC, 3 Arrows Capital is invested in this one. So I'm participating in the pool. There's farming. It's you're able to farm stables at around 80%. APY right now, so that's very, very interesting. I'm also going to try to make a video on that one, but right now it's just consolidating in this area between $5 and $3.86. Once it breaks out, it's going to continue going higher. The breakout target for that one is $10, so that would mean a move from the breakout point of 83%. From the price it's trading right now, it's 120%. But right now the price is in the middle of the channel, so I wouldn't risk it right now. This is Joe. This is the token of the decentralized exchange on AVAX, on Avalanche, that is winning. Pangolin was the first, but I don't know, Pangolin lost their mojo and Trader Joe just surpassed them. And Trader Joe went from 0.02 all the way up to 265. It corrected down to the fib 0.618 and it bounced. So this is the place where I jumped in. But remember what I told you yesterday, this is like a pendulum. So we move like all the way over here, it swings back, and it tries to find a center. So whenever the price is between 160 and 133, I would say that that's a very good price to get into Joe. And this is going to continue growing. The volume is huge. The liquidity in that pool is huge. There's a lot of trading. It's grown 51% in the past 24 hours. So this is a very good play for the long term. This reminds me of Cake or Bake in the early days of the Binance Smart Chain. Viceroys is a liquidity mining protocol. They're leveraging NFTs to mine on Uniswap, and that can be used on other DEXs as well. But they're going to be launching on Arbitrum because that's going to allow smaller yield farmers to be able to access due to the lower transaction fees on Arbitrum. Right now, if you want to stake on stake, deposit, leave the vaults on Vicer, it's a cost of around $150 per transaction. So it's almost $450 to finish a whole set. On Arbitrum, it's going to run about $15. So once they move on to Arbitrum, this is going to be huge. Right now, it's at a very, very key important level. It was support here, then it turned into resistance. So this area is a nice area to get in. If it drops below $1, you know that you must get out of the trade. We had a request by CryptoDad to cover BTCA again. And as you can see, BTCA had an amazing run up. It's since corrected. But the nice thing I see on BTCA is that it's respecting this ascending support line. So you can see it bounce here, it bounce here, it bounce here. So in the long term, BTCA is continuing to grow. Once the community around BTCA grows, there's going to be more volume, and you know that volume translates into the direction of the trend. We have another request by CryptoDad. This is Digi. So we have another request by CryptoDad. This is Digi. It's digital.io. This is an NFT marketplace, and it unites the physical with the digital. And Steve Aoki even tweeted about it. He said in this tweet, I just learned about Digital.io. This could change everything in the hobby. So imagine, Steve Aoki put his eyes on this. I like that there's large volume. There's a larger volume than on BTCA. The volume is $92,280. There's a lot of liquidity, $1.28 million. And right now, it's trending very nice. You can see that it had its bottom on June 25th. It consolidated around this area, so people accumulated here, and it started to crawl up. But you can see what the most important thing is, that it's starting to pick up in the volume, and it has staircased. It has built the levels very, very nice and organized. Right now, it's bouncing on 0.04 cents as support, and resistance is at 0.45. So if it can bounce here, or it even comes down to here, that would be very nice. Before it continues on its move up. There's a lot of room for it to grow. The next resistance levels are at 0.056, that's a 22% gain. And the next one is at 0.08, that's 76% gains. And the race to all-time high is 252%. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you again soon.